Hi seniors, today I'm going to walk you through the process on how to complete your FAFSA, Taspa, or opt-out form graduation requirement. As a reminder, it is now a state of Texas requirement that all graduating seniors complete either the FAFSA, the TASPA, or an opt-out form. And I'm going to go ahead and explain each of those individually in just a moment. For more information, though, I want to guide you to my website. You can get here by navigating to the Dulles High School webpage, clicking on Students and Parents, and then selecting College and Career Readiness. Everything I'm discussing today can be found in the FAFSA and Scholarships folder by clicking on FAFSA, the TASPA application, FAFSA opt-out forms, scholarships, etc. Okay, so now we're first going to discuss the FAFSA. The FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid. This is for any grants, which you do not have to pay back, student loans, which you do have to pay back, work study, which is a program where you can work on your college campus, or parent student loans. It can also help determine additional scholarship money from your college that you're planning to attend. So if you are a student who is attending a 2 or a 4-year college or university, I encourage you to complete the FAFSA, regardless if you think you will qualify for financial assistance. You may qualify for institutional scholarships. Okay, so the process is fairly easy, but it does take some time. You will need to sit down with your parents to complete this. Some important information that you'll need to complete the application is your social security number and your parents' 2020 tax return. Okay, so the steps to get started, I'm just going to walk you through how to create your FSA ID and then how you can begin your application. So you'll begin by navigating that will bring you to the Federal Student Aid website where you can access your FAFSA form. So if you're brand new to this process, you will click on Start Here. You will click on I am a student and want to access the FAFSA form. And then you will say create an FSA ID. Your FSA ID is like your username and password, okay? So this is required for your students and one parent to have an FSA ID in order to complete your FAFSA application. So you'll click create an FSA ID, exit FAFSA form, scroll down, click get started. Here you will enter in the personal information that is required, including your social security number. So please make sure you are entering in this number correctly. Okay? So like I mentioned earlier, you and a parent will need to have an FSA ID. You will complete your FAFSA application using your FSA ID. Your parent will use their FSA ID in order to complete the parent portion for finances, and then also in order to sign your FAFSA. Once you have created your account, it will lead you back to the FAFSA website where you can actually access your FAFSA application. So we'll ask you to log in using your FSA ID username and password. And then whenever you are logged in, you will select 2022-2023 FAFSA application, and you will begin answering the questions. For more assistance on this process, you can navigate to this website, click on Understanding Aid or Complete Aid Process, and this will walk you through how to complete the FAFSA. You can also go back to my website, click on FAFSA, and this webpage will also guide you through how to complete the FAFSA. I have several PDFs to help you guys, and any questions you might have in regards to completing your FAFSA application can be found here. So the next option for students is to complete a TASPA. The TASPA is the Texas Application for State Financial Aid. Okay, this is only for students who are not U.S. citizens and are not permanent residents. So you do not have a social security number or a permanent residence number. Okay, if you need more assistance about whether or not you qualify for aid, you can find that under, if you click on Understand Aid, and then click on eligibility requirements, and you can read through who is eligible to complete a FAFSA application. If you are not eligible, then you will complete the Taspa. Okay, so from my website, you can actually click on Taspa, and this will bring you to the Taspa application. You'll just have to click on the link and then click on 2022-2023 FAFSA application. You will complete this paper application. You will be required to submit this application to every school that you are planning to apply to. Okay. So again, it will be your job to submit this application to each financial aid office. Okay. So again, this is only for students who are not U.S. citizens or permanent residents and are planning to attend a 2 or a 4-year college in Texas. Okay, again, this is only for students who fall in that category and are wanting to attend a school in Texas. Okay, the last option that you have for your graduation requirement is an opt-out form. Okay, so this is for students who are not planning to attend a 2 or a 4-year college after graduation, or maybe they have chosen themselves or their parents have chosen not to complete a FAFSA or Taspa application. It's very simple. You'll just complete this form and submit to me and on the online verification form, which I'm going to show you in just a second. Okay, so again, you can access this form from my website. You can click on FAFSA opt-out form and it will bring you to the form. You can also visit the TEA website and you will find the opt-out form in English and in Spanish on this website. I will also post it on my website for you guys to access. Okay, so the last step after you have completed your FAFSA, your Taspa, or your opt-out form, you must submit verification. Okay, this is telling me, Mrs. Warren, who is checking for your graduation requirement, that you have completed one of the 3 items. Okay, you can access this form several different ways. I do send out emails. You can access through there. You can also access online by clicking on the FAFSA Taspa opt-out form submission. You can click on senior information. You can click on the FAFSA Taspa opt-out form proof of submission. You can also click on FAFSA and scholarships and click on FAFSA. And then you can access the form here as well. Okay. This is the form that you will need to complete before December 1st. This is telling me that you have completed one of the 3 items for your graduation requirement. You will enter your last name, your first name, your student ID, whether or not you've completed the FAFSA, the Taspa, or an opt-out form, the date that you've completed it, and last but not least, the most important, you will need to submit verification, okay? And what that is, for the FAFSA, you will either submit your FAFSA confirmation email or you will submit your student aid report. I will accept either one. Please just make sure that it includes your first and last name. For my students who are completing the Taspa, you will just need to submit a copy of your completed Taspa application. And then for my students who are completing the opt-out form, please submit a copy of your opt-out form, and then also you will need to bring your original copy to me in the college center located in the cafeteria. Okay? So just to recap what I discussed, in order to graduate this year, you need to complete either the FAFSA, the Taspa, or an opt-out form. Okay? In order to verify that you have completed one of the 3 items, you will need to submit this online form. This online form is due by December 1st, 2021, so please make sure you're making a plan to complete as soon as possible. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me and I will answer them right away. Have a great day, students.